on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Monica Ricks in New York. President Biden says he's headed to Florida this weekend to survey damage from Hurricane Idalia.
The people of Florida and throughout the Southeast, I'm here to make clear that our nation has your back, and we are not going to, we're not going to walk away. We're not going to give up. We're not going to slow down.
Mr. Biden says he has signed a major disaster declaration there and ordered all federal resources to help with response. Former President Trump has pleaded not guilty to trying to influence 2020 election results in Georgia. Trump's plea means he won't have to show up for a hearing in Fulton County next week. His attorneys are also working to separate his case from the state's 18 other defendants. New disclosure report shows Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas has made some changes to his finances after getting criticized for accepting lavish gifts and perks from a GOP megadonor last year. CBS's Jan Crawford has those details.
He makes several amendments to some of his previous filings, notably a real estate transaction with Crow, who bought 3 properties owned by Thomas and his family members in Savannah, Georgia, including his mother's home. Thomas said he didn't realize he had to report the sale because he didn't make any money on it.
Flight attendants could be closer to hitting the picket line soon after voting yesterday to authorize a strike. CBS's Chris Van Cleve reports this comes ahead of what's expected to be a very busy Labor Day weekend.
That sends a very clear message to the bosses in Dallas that the flight attendants mean business. You know, they've watched the pilots get a lucrative deal worth billions of dollars. The flight attendants argue they're having trouble paying their rent, and it's their turn to get taken care of.
Delta, American, and United pilots all got new contracts without disruption. X, formerly known as Twitter, plans to start collecting biometric data on its users soon when its new policy plan takes effect next month. So what does that mean?
It's likely that a lot of these features are going to be used for stuff like passwordless login, which is a popular growing trend on the internet, where your phone's fingerprint sensor or facial recognition features are used to log into websites instead of having to memorize or keep a list of passwords.
As CBS News tech contributor Ian Scher, the policy takes effect September 29th. College football kicks off across the country today, but in Lincoln, Nebraska, it's all about volleyball. The women's team broke a women's sports attendance record last night with more than 92,000 fans packing Memorial Stadium to watch its match against Omaha. The previous record was set in Spain last year. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I want to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News Adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody.